Good morning, guys. I hope you had a good weekend. It's kind of rainy and cold this morning, isn't it? So I thought we would read a story about a rainy and kind of cold day because it kind of makes me a little bit grumpy on days like this. How about you? Yeah, me too. So we are going to read Smudge's Grumpy Day. Can you make a grumpy face with me? Some days we're grumpy. That's all right. Smudge jumped out of bed, stubbing her toe on the chair. "Ow!" she cried. She looked out the window at the pouring rain. "Oh no," she muttered. "I'll be stuck inside all day." Smudge got dressed. When she looked in the mirror, she noticed something else was wrong. "Oh, rats," she grumbled. What? She buttoned her sweater wrong. "Good morning," said Stripe cheerily. Said Smudge. "What's the matter?" asked Stripe. "Everything," answered Smudge grumpily. "Maybe some breakfast would help," suggested Stripe. "I don't want any," Smudge said with a pout. "What would you like to do today?" asked Stripe. "Not answer any more questions," said Smudge rudely. "What's wrong?" asked Stripe. "Maybe I can help." "No, you can't," Smudge said, looking cross. "If you're going to be rude," said Stripe calmly, "maybe you'd better do it somewhere else." "I will go somewhere else," Smudge cried, stomping out of the room, "and I won't come back, ever." Smudge slammed the door and she marched down the path toward the river. The rain tickled under her collar and down her neck. Smudge stood by the river for a long time, feeling miserable. After a while, Goose paddled by. "Hi, Smudge," said Goose. "You look sad. Is something wrong?" "I just left home," said Smudge, wiping the rain from her eyes, "and I'm not going back, ever." "Maybe you'd feel better if you played in your treehouse," Goose suggested. Smudge smiled. "Okay," she said. Smudge and Goose had a wonderful time playing games and being silly. Soon Smudge forgot about being grumpy. How do you think she's feeling now? She's feeling happy again, isn't she? That's right. Rabbit and Mole heard the laughter and came over. "Ahoy there!" shouted Rabbit. "Come and play pirates with us." Smudge and Goose climbed in their boat. "Smudge has left home," said Goose, "and she isn't going back, ever." "Never?" gasped Mole. "Well, I think so," said Smudge. Smudge, Goose, and Rabbit and Mole played games all afternoon. Then it began to get dark. "Smudge, why don't you go home just for tonight?" suggested Mole as they rode home. "I don't think I can," Smudge said. "I told Stripe I wouldn't come back, ever." "Will you spend the night in your treehouse then?" "I'll bet you're brave enough," suggested Rabbit. Smudge slowly nodded her head, but she didn't feel all that brave. Nervously, Smudge watched the darkness swallow her friends as they walked home, leaving her all alone. Suddenly, she heard a loud crack below. Smudge froze in fear. She covered her eyes, wishing she were home. "Ooh." "Hello," said Stripe, entering the house. "I thought you might like some supper. I've missed you since you've been gone." "I've missed you too," said Smudge, smiling with relief. "Stripe," said Smudge, "I was really grumpy this morning, wasn't I?" "Yes," But everyone gets grumpy sometimes, replied Stripe. After you've had your supper, asked Smudge. Can we go home? So Smudge was pretty grumpy. She'd had a bad morning, and sometimes we all get grumpy and we have bad days. That's okay. But she was able to tell her mother that she wanted to come home. And you know what? Mamas always want you to come home. Always, always, always. Sometimes we'll have disagreements with our parents. And you know what? That's okay. They will still love you. I still love you too. And I miss you. Bye.